Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashraya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashraya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandegam Sri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakhagana Raghunadan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakhagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namo Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneswari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest and topmost knowledge, Pavitram Idam Uttamam. So in Bhagavad Gita now we are studying about ourself, soul. And Krishna is giving nice examples, analogy to understand that we are the souls. The difference between body and soul, we should be able to understand very well. One is always changing, has no endurance. The other one is never changing. So, na sato vidyate bhavo, na abhavo vidyate sataka. But the soul which is not changing, but it is inside the body which is changing. So that knowledge we need to understand. We are not the body, but being the soul which is never changing, which is always the same, but it is inside the body which is changing. So that means we are, with the body, we are struggling. Being inside this body, we are suffering because the body is changing. That's why Krishna said very clearly, Mamaivamse jivaloke jivabhutaha sanatanaha. Managa sastani indriyani prakriti-stani karsati. So this jiva bhuta, that is the living entity, is of my nature, my amsa. It is eternal, sanatanaga, eternal. But it is karsati, suffering, struggling. Why? With 6 senses including mind. Managa sastani indriyani prakriti-stani karsati. So with mind, in this material world, we are suffering, including 6 senses. The sense of, there are 5 knowledge acquiring senses and 5 working senses. There is jnanendriyas and karmendriyas. With jnanendriyas, we are understanding, we are gaining the knowledge about everything in this world. The sense of seeing, the sense of hearing, the sense of smelling, sense of touching, and sense of tasting. And with karmendriyas, we are able to work, we are able to act, we are able to move our muscles. Move our hands and legs and everything. That is basically the nerves. The nerves are connected to the muscles from our brain. So when we desire to move, then the signal has to go from the brain to the part of our body, to the muscles. So basically, if you want to move our leg, if you want to walk, then the signal has to go from the brain. So that is motor nervous system. So basically, Managasasthani Indriyani Prakritisthani Karsati means the living entity is struggling with six senses, including the mind, means the living entity is struggling with this material body. Because we have a material body, we are struggling and suffering. That's why one should see birth, old age, disease, and death as the symptoms of suffering. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshana. Now we understand very clearly why Krishna said like that. Because we are suffering. Birth means we are getting a material body. Old age, that means the body is becoming old, getting old, changing. It's not always young and energetic. And disease, when disease comes, there's so many different kinds of diseases. When they come, our body is not working well. Then death comes ultimately. Ultimately, when death comes, everything in this life ends. So, how can we free ourselves from these three modes of material nature? First of all, we need to understand that the three modes of material nature are creating our body. So how can we free ourselves from birth, old age, disease, and death? We can free ourselves from birth, rebirth in this material world only when we are able to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. Then only we can stop coming back to this material world. So that means now is the time. Now is the time, opportunity available for us to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. That means this life should be used only for that purpose, not for anything else. The time, what we have right now, what we can do, the time, this human life should be used only to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. Then that means we can stop taking birth again in this material world. And there is only one way to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. There is simply only one way. And what is that one way? That one way is rendering devotional service unto Krishna without any break. Mamchayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati teitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That's it. I've quoted this sloka so many times in the past. Mamchayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati teitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So without any break, we should render devotional service unto Krishna. Then we can free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. So that means mind should be with us. That means mind should be always thinking about Krishna, remembering Krishna. Then only we can do, because any action we do, it has to be, mind has to be involved. What our mind thinks, what we desire is very important. And mind is just what it is trained, it will do just that. That's it. It won't do anything differently at all. All this, so many lifetimes in the past, our mind is trained to go after the material sense objects. That is the truth. That is the reality. Always. That's why when we see a sense object, immediately mind goes there. Sometimes we don't see a sense object, just sitting where we are, simply we can contemplate and think about the sense objects. The mind goes there. Because the mind has been trained to do like that forever. That's the problem. That is the reality we need to understand. Now, how can we stop that? we need to train our mind to not think about the material sense objects. How that is going to be possible? Mind has to be always active. Idle mind is the devil's workshop. Mind cannot be idle. Mind has to be always thinking something. It cannot simply stop thinking at all. So we have to train our mind to think about Krishna. So that practice is very important. When we train our mind to focus only on Krishna, not on any material sense object, then if we are able to succeed in this effort before the end of this life, that means if we are able to disconnect ourselves completely from this material world, then at the time of death, we will be able to remember Krishna. So our life right now, whatever we are doing, it should be directed towards that one only, directed towards controlling our mind, means focusing our mind on Krishna. Practically speaking, how can we do that? That's a very important question. We cannot simply talk everything in terms of theory, because this Bhagavad Gita is just not a theory subject. This Bhagavad Gita is actually, Krishna is teaching us about how to act. Tatte karma pravakshyami yajnatva mokshashe asubhat. I shall explain to you what is karma, what is action. That's what Krishna is saying, that what is action I will explain to you. So we need to act. So by studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita fully and acting as per Krishna's instructions, then we should be able to fully focus our mind only on Krishna. That is the practice. So that means in each and every action, we should be remembering Krishna only. So that means we should do anything only if Krishna is happy with that. Krishna is okay with that. How can we know that Krishna is happy with what we are doing? Just by studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita. Whatever Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita, if we do, then Krishna is okay with it. Tasmat sastram pramanam te karya akarya vivasthito nyatva sastra vidanoktam karma kartum ihargas. So based on this Sastra, based on this Bhagavad Gita, we should actually decide to do or not. Everything should be based on Sastra, based on Bhagavad Gita. So that means we need to have the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's what we are getting. We are studying, understanding again and again, every sloka, all the chapters, we are keep on studying. So our team of devotees here, we are Krishna's devotees. We are studying Bhagavad Gita and we are studying only Bhagavad Gita. That's it. We don't deviate at all. We don't talk about any other worldly subjects. This time is fully dedicated to focus only on Bhagavad Gita only, nothing else. Because Bhagavad Gita only can purify ourselves. Because it is pavitram. With Bhagavad Gita, when we are able to do everything for Krishna, we can achieve whatever we want. No doubt about it. Anything we want, we can achieve. Because everything comes from Krishna. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we won't desire anything which is not good for us or not good for Krishna. Because we will be able to think in the right direction. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, our desires will get spiritualized. That's what is very important. There won't be any material desires at all with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Everything will be spiritualized. So our goal is only one goal. That's it. Only to please Krishna. Machittaga. That's what Krishna is saying. That by thinking about me, you perform all the activities. Machittaga sarva durgani matprasadat tarishyasi. All difficulties, all problems will be gone by my mercy. That's what, by my mercy. If we think about Krishna, we are going to get Krishna's mercy. That is the only way we can get mercy from Krishna. Only by fixing our mind on Krishna. Manasamyamya machito. That's it. Manasamyamya machito means control your mind by thinking about me. Yukta asita matparaga. So perform your all your activities by keeping me as the ultimate goal. That's what yukta asita matparaga. Manasamyamya machito yukta asita matparaga. Then only we will be able to control our senses. Then only we will be able to control our mind. Always thinking about Krishna, doing everything for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So then we will be able to achieve whatever we want, as I said, in this material world. Nothing is impossible because everything belongs to Krishna. Otherwise, if we don't take Krishna consciousness seriously, if you don't study Bhagavad Gita, if you are very much selfish and focusing on the material sense objects, focusing on the results, attached to the results, then we have all kinds of limitations. Then we'll have to face the consequences. That's very important. Then each and every action is going to bind us to this material world. Yajnatat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaga. Krishna said it very clearly. Any action which is done not as an offering unto me, which is not performed as a sacrifice, offering unto me, then that action is going to bind one to this material world. Lokoyam karma bandhana. So only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be able to act. We will be able to perform in our day-to-day life that is going to free us from this material bondage. So that way, we are extremely fortunate to study Bhagavad Gita and understand all these slokas again and again. We understand the difference between body and soul very clearly. Krishna is teaching us. And we also understand the relationship between body, senses, mind, intelligence, and soul. And everything is very clear. Krishna is teaching us that we need to have intelligence. We need to have controlled mind. We need to make our mind as our best friend. So all these things Krishna is teaching us. So ultimately, when we get this knowledge and understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Krishna is our Supreme Father. So without any doubt, having full faith on Krishna, so then we will be able to march forward towards Goloka, no doubt about it. So that way, in our life, we will be able to make, in this life itself, we should be able to make complete progress towards Goloka. That's very important. So, Krishna's causeless mercy, we got the opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita and we are studying it. And we also have the opportunity to please Krishna by introducing as many devotees as possible. It is very much possible. We just have to tell others that we are studying Bhagavad Gita, come and join. That's it. Nothing else. It's not difficult at all. So just by ourselves introducing more and more devotees and giving this knowledge to more and more devotees, so we are making sure that we are actually becoming very, 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 very closer to Krishna. Very, very, very dearer to Krishna. That's what is very important. Krishna loves us so much. Krishna, of course, is equal to everyone, but even though I'm equal to everyone, samogham sarvabhuteshu, I'm equal to all living entities. Samogham sarvabhuteshu, namedvesho asti na priyagam. So I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. Namedvesho asti na priyagam. But ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite te suchapyaham. But anyone who renders devotional service unto me with devotion, they live in me, I live in them. That's what Krishna says. So that way, if we are able to focus, do everything for Krishna, we will be able to go to Goloka in this life itself. So what we are studying right now in Bhagavad Gita, in this sloka number, in the second chapter. So in this sloka number 20, what we finished. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाशिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. So the soul is neither birth nor death at any time. Na jayate mriyate va karashin. And it has not come into being, it does not come into being, and it will not come into being. So, nayam bhutva bhavittavana bhuyagam. And it's unborn, ajo, and it is eternal and ever existing, sasvato, and it is the primeval, the oldest, purano. Na hanyate hanyamani sarire. When this body is slain, the soul is not slain at all. That's why na hanyate hanyamani sarire. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Then the next sloka we are continuing, Krishna is continuing in the sloka number 21. Veda vinashinam nityam yayenam vajam avuyayam katam sa purushaha partha kam gatayati hantikam. Veda avinasinam nityam. Avinasinam means indestructible. Nityam, eternal. Knowing, Veda. Knowing, of knowing that the soul is indestructible, eternal. And it is unborn, avyayam. So, it is ajam and avyayam. So, it is everlasting. It is always there, inexhaustible, avyayam. Katam sa purushaka partha kam gatayati hanti kam. How one can think that the soul can be the killer or it can be killed. Kam gatayati hanti kam. So how it can make someone to kill someone, or how it can be killed. So that's what Krishna is asking, because the soul is always there. It is so it is avinashinam. It's nityam. So that's why Krishna is asking Arjuna questions. Answer is there in the question itself. O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? In the next sloka, Krishna is giving an excellent analogy to understand the difference between body and soul. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tatha sarirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. Vasamsi means the garments, the dress what we wear, garments. Jirnani means when it is worn out, when it became old and useless. Yatha vihaya, how we give it up. Navani grihnati, you buy a new one. Naro parani, the naro, the person, human being, they go and buy a new one. Similarly, tata sharirani vihaya jirnani. Sarirani, when this sarira, the body, it becomes jirnani, becomes old and it's useless. Jirnani, vihaya will give up this body. The soul will give up this body, and anyani samyati navani degi. It will accept a new body. Accepts a new body. Anyani samyati navani degi. That's what Krishna is teaching. Very simple, very easy. For the body, we change the dress. The soul changes the body. That's it. For the soul, body is like a dress. So, as a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 22 in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna Mithun Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna's costless mercy, I'm fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. This is a wonderful sloka.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
This is awesome sloka. I always remember this.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, Prabhu. Very nice analogy. Krishna is giving us really very good analogy.
Exactly. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. R.K. Koyal, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I see Samsung SM. It's not showing the name. Hare Krishna. Are you able to unmute? Brinda Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. We are back on track again.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's mercy. Yeah, Krishna's mercy.
Yes, Guruji. Everything is Krishna's mercy, Guruji. I'm realizing without that mercy, without that connect, we are nothing.
That is true, Mataji. That is true.
Yes, we have to pray for his mercy, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. By His mercy only, everything is going good for us. No doubt, no doubt.
I had sent you 1 or 2 numbers. Did you add them to the group? One doctor orthopedic.
I think that was you said long time ago, correct? A couple of months, I think a month.
Yeah, 2 months back.
Yeah, I ordered him at that time. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that I ordered. Then afterwards, I think Sunita Mahapatra. Yeah, I ordered. Yes.
I'll send you 1, 2 numbers more, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji, for sure. I will add. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Ram.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Sarveshwar Vishnu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dandavad pranams. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dandavad pranam, Guruji, dandavad pranam.
Dandavad pranams. R.K. Goyal Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Sadat
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
Pranam Guruji.
Dandavad pranams Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Very nice to get reconnected Guruji after a long. And
Yes.
the class will be continued. Now I have shifted to a new address in NCR.
Okay.
So now I am almost settled. Hope I will be able to continue on a regular basis.
Very
With the
nice.
mercy
In
of
Delhi
Krishna.
only. You are in Delhi
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
Yes.
I am basically at the border of Delhi and Ghaziabad, but practically in Ghaziabad. That is
Okay.
Indirapuram area. Indirapuram.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Guruji, for your wonderful class. No questions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Namaskar.
Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much for the wonderful class, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
After a long time, I'm getting connected. Thank you for all your mercy, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Interesting session, Guruji. I could join after long gap
Yes.
because of some issues. Really interesting session. Thoroughly enjoyed. And you have again emphasized, again said that attachment to the results binds us to the material world, and whatever we should do, one should do as a offering to the Lord Krishna that will liberate us from the bindings. Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class, the wonderful way of teaching us. We are learning from you. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Venila Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Namaskar, Guruji. My
Namaskar.
appreciations for the class. And I understood today the sixth sense of mind should be trained continuously to be in touch with Krishna.
Yes.
Whether I am 24/7 with Krishna or not, I don't know, but I'm with you in this 1 hour with Krishna, definitely, and I'm
Yes.
enjoying. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ankita Mataji. Hare Krishna. Are you able to unmute? Samsung SM N970F. Sunita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
By the costless mercy of Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest and topmost knowledge. In this class, we discussed about the soul, which is permanent, not changing, keeping very well inside the body, whereas body is always changing. We are discussing about suffering to the body. Body brings suffering. That is, Jiva Bhuta is eternal, whereas the body is struggling. We are suffering in this material world with the senses, including mind. We have this Jnanendriya and Karmendriya working together. Old age, disease, death, all are symptoms of suffering because of changing body. And three modes of material nature plays a very important part to control our body. We have to get free from these three modes of material nature. Human life, our life, should be used to free from these three modes of material nature. That is by rendering devotional service to Krishna. Then we can free ourselves from these three modes of material nature. Keeping mind always focused on Krishna, we have to train the mind accordingly and not going after sense objects. For that, mind should think about Krishna always. Focus only on Krishna. Then at the time of death, we can remember Krishna. Krishna says, I will explain what is action, what is to be acted. We have to fully focus our mind on Krishna, and with the knowledge of Shastras, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can purify ourselves. Do everything for Krishna, we can achieve anything. The knowledge of Bhagavad Gita makes our desire spiritualized. That is to please Krishna only. Only Bhagavad Gita knowledge helps us to free from this material world. We have to understand Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Then our faith on Krishna will make our progress towards Goloka in this life itself. Krishna says, I am equal to all living entities and everything is equal to me. In today's sloka number 21, Krishna is telling, knowing that soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, everlasting, how one can think soul is the killer or can be killed. Soul is always there. In the sloka number 22, again Krishna is telling, like garments when worn out, how we give it up and buy a new one. Similar way, when the body becomes old and distracted, we give up, the soul gives up and accepts a new body. That is what we learned today. Nicely understood. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtana.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.